And we're just about ready for the men's 55-meter dash. We've had good races in every event so far. The men's 55-meter dash records are held by Lee McRae at 6 flat. That's the world and American in 86. And you see how quickly these records get. The oldest record there on the screen is 83, Carl Lewis. The championship record here was in a time of 6.04. So tonight we have all 6 lanes filled. And Tony Dees, who ran just 10 minutes ago and won the 55-meter hurdles, hopefully has caught his breath and will be involved here in the sprints now out of Tampa, Florida. So he finished first in the hurdles, and no one has ever won both events in this meet. And a win would also give him the Grand Prix title. So what a story there at number 265.
And he certainly has the adrenaline. In fact, I think he has an advantage having it come this soon. He hasn't had a chance to think. And in these events, it's reaction. It's reaction that's important. So he's got his adrenaline level sky high. And most importantly, he feels he can do it now.
Well, the other thing is he's warm. He's run a race already. It's hard to warm up indoors. You don't have enough space for good strides to stretch properly. As we look at Brian Cooper getting ready, Brian Cooper's getting ready for his only 2nd race of the day. The other one was hours ago. Tony Dees is hot. He's ready to roll.
Speaking of Brian Cooper, he won in Cleveland last week. So he's been running well. Jeff Gold is in lane 1, formerly of Norfolk State, beat Tony Dees in Richmond last month, by the way. Greg Moses from Athens, Georgia, number 418, doesn't have a win this year, but leads the Grand Prix by 1 point over Tony Dees because of his finishes. Daron Council, he's married to hurdler Rosalind Council, whom we saw perform just a little while earlier, having his best indoor season, won at Mobile 1. And in lane 4, the aforementioned Tony Dees. George Steinbrenner starting to chew on his knuckles already. By the way, Tony is a management trainee at George's Hotel in Tampa, Florida. Brian Cooper's in lane 5 out of Houston, Texas. Good starter, as we said, won in Cleveland last week, wears number 392. And Devlon Dunn, formerly with the University of Colorado, is in lane 6.
But the story here is Tony Dees, and it's a mental situation as well, because everyone else in this field is thinking, oh my gosh, this guy is hot. How am I going to beat him? He's really running well. So Tony Dees, if he's going to do it ever, he should do it here.
Can't overemphasize the importance and the tremendous thing that's involved in winning if he were to do that. The 55 hurdles and the 55 dash brings back memories of the great Harrison Dillard. He won Olympic gold medals in the 100 and 110-meter hurdles. Just about set for the men's 55-meter dash. Tony Dees, in case you want to keep your eye on him, is in lane 4. Well started. Jeff Gold just got early.
You know, a lot of times guys come from different parts of the country. They're not used to the starters here in New York. There are regional differences of starters. Look up at the top of the screen. We think it's Gold who jumped up in lane 1. Yep, you can see leaned forward and just came out of the block. Experienced sprinters, if they're starting to lean forward or they think they're going to anticipate the gun, will raise their hand and let the starter know they're not quite ready. Gold's something of a newcomer.
There's Tony Dees. By the way, defender Leroy Burrell won at Milrose, not here tonight, but Dees is the story, and you can see the double duty in some of his statistics.
One of the most impressive runs for him was that 10.28 American indoor record for 100 meters. People hardly ever run the 100 indoors. It's like a marathon for these guys, almost twice as far as they're going to run tonight.
They'd be out in the parking lot if they ran it here at Madison Square Garden.
They'd have to run through that wall when they slip on the cement. Some of them might.
A good question about that before the start here. Quickly, Frank, that cement, couldn't something be done about that?
I think
in terms of surface?
They should put a pad down that they can get some grip on.
Ready now. We had a false start. It was Jeff Gold, and we're ready for the second start of the 55-meter dash men's. It's a good start. Coming out in lane 5 is Brian Cooper. Brian Cooper at the tape. Brian Cooper, who won in Cleveland last week, gets the win.
And Tony Dees was limping going through the finish line. I think he had to strain to try to catch up, but take nothing away from Brian Cooper. He won that in the start, and he won the race legitimately. You never see this kind of lead indoors, so Brian Cooper had one heck of a start and one easing off.
Tony Dees very close. Looked like he might have finished second. Our freeze frame of our videotape replay there showed that it was Dees and Council neck and neck. And you see Dwight Stones is right now with our winner.
Brian Cooper, you came out of nowhere. Tony Dees has been the man. You spoiled his evening, ran away with this race, and you have not had the greatest of years. Just came on last week in Cleveland. How does it feel to have won this after all the adversity you've been through in the last year?
It feels really good, especially after 2 weeks of practice. Been hurt all year, chipped the bone, broke the foot. I'm having a good old time.
I mean, I hate to put a damper on things, but you had a tough year. Girlfriend that killed, mom had a heart attack, had every reason in the world not to get ready for track and field. What motivates you?
Just the people, you know, everybody's out here having a nice time clapping for one another. I see everybody winning, and Now that I'm healthy, I need to get my name back in the book.
Brian Cooper and Buster Douglas doing it through adversity. Congratulations.
Buster, you got it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Dwight. Brian Cooper with a time of 6:07 winning the men's 55-meter dash.